Alright, greetings programs, this is Wretch, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Smuggler, and we have landed on the capital world of the Galactic Republic, guys, good old Coruscant, and I'm looking forward to seeing what exactly Mesmyrrh and Corso get into trouble-wise, because we are still trying to track down Skavik and get our ship back. And hello again, everybody. And we have just landed fresh off the shuttle from our little adventure on the Eslesis, or however you want to pronounce that ship, where we sold out an ambassador who was not a very nice person. Got on Mesmyr's nerves. This time I won't be screaming. Yes, indeed. Me and Liquid were streaming some Dead by Daylight before this one started, so you guys should check that out if you get a chance. Good times were had. Use the customs terminal. Ah. I don't think smugglers like customs. Coruscant Security, Customs Enforcement Division. Welcome you, gentle being. Error. Identification protocols plus past cargo logs equal contradictory. Please hold. Oh, we're hot wiring. It'll be a couple of streams. We'll get it at the end of Coruscant, just like when Threll got his ship at the end of Dromankos. Identification protocols accepted. Coruscant Security and Customs Enforcement Division welcomes you, Admiral Numan. Have a pleasant day.
Everything on Coruscant is huge. You see those city towers as we flew in? How many people you figure live in those? Millions?
You've never been off Word Mantell in your life, have you?
Don't go making assumptions. I've just never been here. Want to find Skavik before we're too old to shoot straight? We're gonna need local help.
Got someone particular in mind?
I happen to know the perfect guy. There's a gambler named Darmus Pollerin who keeps tabs on everything worth knowing about Coruscant. Good man. You'll like him.
I don't gamble. That is a lie. Hey, Pisky.
What else do you know?
Vidu called him an information broker. When Darmus isn't playing Sabak, he buys and sells the kind of answers we need. I still have Vidu's hollow-frequency contacts, and Darmus is one of them. Give me a second, and we'll talk to the man himself.
Send for the men.
Corso, is that you? It's been too long, you rascal. What brings you to Coruscant?
A friend and I are in a real bind. Is there a place we can meet you?
Of course. Come to my private cantina booth. I'm here now, winning my 10th hand of Sabak against a very persistent Rhodian. Hope you don't mind the occasional blaster fire. The cantina is in a rowdy part of Coruscant.
Well then.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Do you know how to play Sabak? If not, I'll teach you. It's the favorite game around here.
Keep your comlink channel open, Darmus. I've got some bad news about Vidu. I'll bring Darmus up to speed while we travel, Captain.
No, that's not Nathan Fillion. Close, though. Hey, Kath. Glad to see everyone in the chat.
Keep your eyes open for that scumsucker who stole my ship.
You got it.
And we have some mail we need to check as well. It's been a long time since I brought my Jedi Guardian here through Coruscant, so I'm looking forward to checking in the sites. Now, a little bit of inside info, for those of you who don't know, Coruscant was actually a expanded universe creation. There was supposed to be a capital world, but George Lucas never really gave it a name or any kind of designation, and Timothy Zahn, who was the author of the Thrawn trilogy, and he invented Grand Admiral Thrawn and Talon Karrde, Mara Jade, a lot of really well-known characters in the expanded universe, he actually came up with the name Coruscant to describe the galactic capital world of the Empire and the Republic, and made it a huge, giant city. So we have Timothy Zahn to thank for that, and they brought it into the prequels, which was kind of cool. Anatol Rospar.
Ah, you're here. It's a great pleasure to meet one of the Republic's finest. I admire anyone who charges into an active volcano full of separatists and comes back alive.
Technically, I didn't know it was active when I blasted in there. Not that it mattered.
My point is, you have a talent for beating the odds. People respect that. I represent Venara Kale, Senator of Coruscant. She not only speaks for our capital world in the Galactic Senate, but oversees this planet's government. Senator Kale leads the effort to rebuild what was destroyed during the Sith Empire's invasion. Healing those old wounds has been slow and painful.
Well, she does sound healthy.
You're here collecting credits for the reconstruction. Is that it?
A person with your skills can provide more substantial aid. This world faces many a crisis. A shattered infrastructure, a booming refugee population, whole sectors descending into anarchy. All of these hinder the rebuilding. Senator Kale believes you're specially qualified to deal with a dangerous and urgent threat. She'd appreciate the favor of a meeting. Immediately.
Senator, huh? My time isn't cheap.
Arrangements will be made to ensure that you feel properly compensated. Senator Kale is the greatest leader we've had in decades. She'll not only rebuild this world, but the rest of the Republic with it. Speak to Minister Imo at the Senate Tower. Tell him you're expected. Good luck, and welcome to Coruscant.
Well, we got met by a senator's aide. I feel oh so important. Holy crap.
Coruscant sure is good at making a fella feel small. I guess it's kind of inspiring.
Let's take in the sights here. Yowza. Well, definitely more awe-inspiring than Dromankos, but Dromankos does have its own unique charm. So that's interesting. Seeker droid missions, which we aren't going to do. Investigation supplies, bounty clients. They're all here. We just discovered the taxi pad.
Leave this place? You could fit all of Tatooine in one of these high-rises.
Most of Tatooine could never afford it. They'd be in the underground, with us. I've heard the gangs down there rule things. The Black Sun, the Exchange.
Things are bad everywhere, but this is a new life, in the Republic capital.
It's not as hot, at least. And no dust storms.
So the under levels of Coruscant, down near the planet's surface, are not nice places to be. Because not only are there, like, drug gangs and criminal syndicates and all that kind of stuff, even down below that, there are, let's just say, subhuman races that aren't particularly good for anyone's health. Priority missions. Introduction to Group Binder, introduction to war zones, crafting trainers. Once upon a time, Coruscant was a small town with a well. Just look at it now. Nice throwback. And there's the taxi pad that we'll be using to travel. Just want to make sure we're not missing anyone as we head to the huge Senate Hall. Pargon Sisto, Stronghold Commissioner.
You there! How would you like to live in a manner appropriate to your lofty status while also supporting the Republic? Strengthen your political connections and expand your influence in the galaxy like never before with your own strategically located stronghold. Use your stronghold to build a power base, guard against your enemies. Heck, throw a party, throw lots of parties, make your success known. Is it hyperbole to suggest that owning and showing off a stronghold might be the most important thing you ever do for the Republic? That isn't for me to say. Buy your stronghold now. Do it for the Republic and for yourself.
Does look like Snape, doesn't he? You must purchase lot 394. Well, let's learn about strongholds. And as I said before in the last stream, we are not going to be grabbing a stronghold as of yet.
Proud of their office building, aren't they? Can't say I blame them.
Avenue of the Core Founders. PvP mission terminal. And I think that there are vendors underneath here. Yeah, there's like a secondary level. Welcome back, Ani. Ah, Kath, now I got that song stuck in my head. Thanks, appreciate that.
Being a good pilot's only half our charm, Captain.
Keep a cool head, recovering 50 energy over 3 seconds. That is nifty. Heroic moment. Bravado. Maximum energy by 10. Pulse detonator. Detonates an emergency charge that knocks all nearby targets back several meters and immobilizes them. Damage dealt after 2 seconds. Ends the effect prematurely. Only usable in cover. So we will move some of our cooldowns over here and learn Pulse Detonator, and that'll be undercover.
Need advice? I'm your guy.
And we got our bank. Let's go ahead and deposit some of this stuff in our inventory that we're not going to be using anytime soon. Color crystals for right now, yes. Actually, we need to sell some of this nonsense as well. All the Republic and Imperial gear. The paint job. Small satchel of crafting materials. You go away. Fireworks, yes indeed. We still have a major experience boost we need to use. And I think we can sell off the rest of it. Get ourselves a new gun belt. And we also need to check our mail. Need to remember that. And complete camping set. Those are for reputation gains. We're just going to leave those for right now. Scattergun. Belts. Oh, we need to put away Corso's gear as well. Curses.
Stay alive.
We'll toss those in. And then hunt for a mailbox and see what's going on. It is actually very much like Mesmyrrh, like mini cats, to keep the senator waiting. Because cats do things on their own time. They care very little about your priorities. I'm sure anyone else here who has had a cat can probably confirm this. Vidu. If you're reading this, Captain, it means my luck ran out and yours didn't. This holonet message was sent on a dead man switch, so Rogan the Butcher or the Separatists might have finally ended my horrible week. Sorry I couldn't stick around to help you square things with Rogun, but Corso's a loyal kid. You can trust him to watch your back. You don't owe me any favors, but I'd appreciate it if you looked after my girl Serena, and I hope you kill Skavik in a truly painful way. See you in the void, Vidu. Awkward. I still have friends on Ord Mantell. They told me you fried Serena. Nice work, Captain. You're a real pal. Now I don't have to worry about running into her in my favorite cantinas. She was pretty enough, but way too clingy, and dumber than a load lifter. But then again, aren't they all? Skavik. Well, you are making it very easy for me to want to kill you. I really like the idea that Mess is a terrible pilot unless it's his own ship. Tracker's the opposite. She'll shove her head under my arm to get my attention when it's convenient for her. Okay, to Senate Commercial District. Wait a minute. Speak to... Oh, that's the introduction to Strongholds? No. All the story missions are this way. I saw that picture of Tracker that you posted on Twitter, Ani. That was a cute one. Minister Emog. Ah, at last. One moment, please. Senator, your special appointment has arrived. Hello.
Thank you for coming on short notice. I'm Senator Venara Kale. Forgive my abruptness, but time is a luxury I don't possess. As you may have heard, Coruscant is overwhelmed with refugees fleeing Imperial tyranny. Many have been here since the war. The refugees took over the old galactic market sector, huddling in shops and warehouses that were abandoned during the sacking of Coruscant. They refused to leave.
I imagine you being a lot greener.
They should be thankful. If this were the Empire, they'd be slaves. Or worse.
I fear their current situation is little better, as so often happens when fear and poverty dominate. A criminal element has risen to take advantage of the situation. The Migrant Merchants Guild began as a political advocacy group for refugees. Over the years, it transformed into a ruthless and murderous criminal syndicate.
Do the gangsters have a power structure? A leader?
It's a consortium of powerful crime lords. When one falls, another takes his place. It makes them difficult to defeat. The Migrant Merchants Guild has grown increasingly hostile and violent. Their criminal enforcers have acquired military-grade weaponry. Earlier today, their thugs took to the streets. They attacked our security personnel, set fires, began rioting. We're facing an armed insurrection.
A riot is an ugly thing. That's interesting, but...
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I've got nothing to do with criminal activity. Promise.
I'm told you're very good at dealing with armed insurgents. That's my interest in you, Captain. For generations, the old galactic market was Coruscant's central trade hub. Its importance isn't merely economic. It's a symbol of the Republic's freedom. The comm channels are jammed. We've lost contact with our security forces. I need your help ending this crisis. The criminals must not win.
Oh, Lord. Time to flirt with the senator, guys.
Leave everything to me, gorgeous. When the bad guys are all gone, I'll take you out for dinner.
That's a generous offer. We'll discuss it later.
Neat.
Do whatever you must to save innocent lives from that criminal filth. Find my security chief, Captain Winborn. He'll help. Good luck.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Now we need to speak with Darmus, who is where exactly? Nowhere here. I only do criminal activities for the greater good. And why are we going that way? We don't need to go this way. All this opulence. So that's Crisis in Galactic City. And we have to go find a casino. Did I get lost again? Oh, I did. Good lord. Mesmyrrh, not known for his sense of direction. I love that name for your cat, Ani. Nicholas is a great name for a cat. And I guess we need to go ahead and break out the rampage. And head to our next location. Introduction to strongholds, which is still that way. And it's going to keep being that way until we eventually get a stronghold. Did I ever tell you his full name? I don't remember if you did or not. What was it? Time for
pads are currently open for business.
A scenic view.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Nicholas Bowie Jones. I dig that. Mesmyr's full name is Mesmyrrh Isaac. All of my animals have full names. Which is hilarious to me because he hates David Bowie. Sad. So much fancy stuff. Be a shame if someone stole something. Okay, that was the shipping and receiving docks. Your cat's broken. Yeah, well said, Kath. Cat's got a leaky brain pan. Hiramus.
I greet you on behalf of the great and noble Senator Dolly Burbart. I have the honor of being his senior page. The senator sent me as his representative, though he'd prefer to be here himself. He loves to walk among his people.
I'd actually be more impressed if they sent a man-at-arms or a squire.
The senator sounds like a wonderful man.
Oh, he's the most wonderful man I've ever met. Today, the senator sent me to find brave and loyal citizens to help with a security crisis. It involves his work to restore the Republic to glory by re-establishing our technological superiority.
Welcome back, Elusive. We landed on the planet. We went and talked to a senator who sent us to the old market district to clear out a crime syndicate that's set up there, and we just landed, so we haven't even went and talked to our contact yet as far as the smuggler story goes.
That's gotta cause some serious credits.
It will, and we must thank the great senator for his enormous generosity. Recently, the senator arranged to acquire a shipment of computer chips, advanced hardware that could create whole new industries for the Republic. Unfortunately, the shipment was hijacked by the Migrant Merchants Guild. Now, Republic security is afraid to take on the Guild's thugs.
You're looking for outside help.
Exactly. The senator says this issue is really over security's head anyways. Recovering the shipment of chips from the Guild would be a great service to Senator Bark and the Republic.
Is Senator Bark paying for this?
Yes, of course, your fee. In his generosity, the senator has promised to personally reward anyone who helps. To find out where the Guild has hidden the senator's shipment, you'll have to speak with Security Captain Denel Zahn. He ran the investigation. Then return the shipment to Senator Bark's office in the Senate Tower. I'm sure he'll want to thank you personally.
I'm sure he will. By the way, guys, apologies if you hear me sniffing. I've got a little bit of congestion in one of my nostrils. It's that time of year. I'm about the same point on the opposite end with the Imperial Agent. Oh, good times with Threll and company on Dromund Kaas. Threll and Kaleo, like the whole world was their oyster. Now, I believe this is the cantina where we need to go talk to our contact. The dealer's den.
Wow, even the cantinas here are big. Dharma says this is the best watering hole on the planet.
I like the fact that we have Twi'lek, like, dancers on poles. That's interesting. You don't see anything like that on the Imperial side of town. Friendly Rin. Cantina vendor.
Nice to see customers. Can I get you anything?
No, I am looking for the social vendor, though. Because normally the social vendor has all kinds of interesting things per planet. I'm actually wanting to pay attention to that, too. The Senators of Rhythm. That's the, the offshoot of the Renegades of Funk, I suppose. Which is one of my favorite Rage Against the Machine songs. Okay, let's head in here. Meet some gamblers. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And Rodian. And I forgot the name of your race. Chargan? Idiots Array. Morally neutral, I would say. The Rhodium's upset. Imagine that.
Welcome,
Negatwelix.
my friend. I'm Darmus Polarance, a back player and information resource without equal.
Very nice.
You seem to have a lot of female admirers.
Women seem to find me irresistible. Just one more way, I'm an extremely fortunate man. Sorry to hear about Vidu. He was a man of refined taste and a terrible card player. I'll truly miss him. Life is like sabacc. The trick is to quit while you're ahead and enjoy your winnings. Exactly how I'll spend my twilight years.
Best of luck to you.
Who needs luck? With the right preparation and a flexible strategy, a man can be ready for anything life throws at him. Even death. Now, I know this isn't a social call. Corso says you have troubles, and I'm prepared to help.
It does suck that Bazak is not in this game. It actually shocked me when I started playing the game and realized that Bazak wasn't there. I guess because it would have been pretty easy to farm credits that way. Ani's been able to miss the sick going around. Well, I hope you're able to get over that bronchitis, elusive. That is no bueno.
A man named Skavik stole my freighter and brought it here.
Corso mentioned a cargo hold full of stolen blasters. And the infamous Rogun the Butcher, too. My sympathies. Skavik is well known in the galactic underworld. He's earned death sentences across the galaxy for everything from armed robbery to kidnapping. He's known to be in the Sith Empire's pocket, and he even cheats at cards. I'm happy to help you find him.
He has the death sentence on 12 systems.
Skavik works for the Empire?
On occasion, yes. The man isn't particular about his friends. Let's hope that makes him easier to catch. Soon as Corso mentioned Skavik's name, I alerted all my best informants. I'm getting some interesting leads.
What did I tell you, Captain? Darmus can find out anything. We'll have Skavik in no time.
But that kind of information isn't free.
And how much do you want for your information, Darmus?
Nothing, my friend. I couldn't live with myself taking advantage of a man who lost his starship. Skavik recently used the services of a data slicer named Kixie in the Migrant Merchants Guild headquarters. Quite talented, I hear.
I'll say this. The man has a way with women.
I don't think it's a romantic relationship. Skavik doesn't cavort with aliens. Even near humans like Kixie. Kixie might be able to help you flush Skavik out of hiding. Be careful, though. The guild is well armed and doesn't like outsiders. Excuse me, but I noticed some delightful young ladies in desperate need of attention. Duty calls.
Go for it, soldier. So Skavik is racist, chauvinist, a liar, and a murderer. Just good lord. He is hitting all the check marks for a very violent end in my book. I think this will actually be more like satisfying than when we killed what's his name during during Threll's storyline. And we still have someone to talk to over here.
Look, if it's a matter of credits, we can negotiate a new price.
You're placing the bounty here. Details are up to you. All I'm saying is, you better be sure.
Hunter,
I've been cheated out of everything I own. She deserves to die.
Disintegration's extra, not to mention permanent. Seems like you're overdoing it.
You may be right. After all, she is my wife.
No disintegrations. As you wish. The Black Death. So, okay, the captain's down here. Hunter's death was very satisfying. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Now, it's bugging me, and I know it's bugging you, Kath. We need to get some orange blasters, because I despise the fact that my blasters are not the same style. That's like seriously bugging me.
In accordance with Security Force Regulation 1195, conversations with non-security personnel are to be kept to a minimum. Let's make this quick. I'm Captain Denel Zahn. Senator Bark's page ordered me to give you information regarding the Senator's stolen goods.
Where can I find the shipment?
Look, I don't work for him. If you want that information, we're gonna have to come to an understanding. Did the Senator's crony tell you where the shipment came from, or what these computer chips are for?
Now that you mention it, he didn't explain anything about the chips.
I'm not surprised. These political types like to gloss over details. The chips are from planet Ryloth. They're designed to operate remote control slave collars. Under Republic Law 4412, Rylothian slave collars and the chips used to make them are illegal in Republic space, even for senators.
Okay.
Those chips must be worth a pile of credits.
The Migrant Merchants Guild wouldn't have stolen them otherwise. Our immediate problem is that these slave collar chips are spread around the Migrant Merchants Guild headquarters. First priority is get the shipment together again. After that, bring the chips back to me and I'll make sure they're destroyed.
Do you intend to prosecute Senator Bark for this?
Not up to me. My superiors will decide how to proceed with the case. Find the chips and get out of the guild warehouse. Once you've got everything, I suggest you let us deal with the shipment, not the senator.
Now, wasn't the senator going to be using the chips for some sort of technological initiative?
They're having shootouts in the street? And here I thought Coruscant wouldn't be any fun.
Well, I guess we're getting to it. And... excellent. So what was that other thing that we had? Cool head. Oh. Get that off the hotbar. So, who are we needing to kill? Oh, we don't need to kill these guys. Okay, well, we'll try to avoid them. If we can't avoid them, then they get lit up. Like so. Now, I do have Corso going as DPS as well, so we're just going to be slicing through these guys. With not a whole lot of issue, I don't think. Let us pass. Thank you, droids. Oh, wait a minute. Ack! I missed the person we needed to talk to. Curses. Okay, let's drive back. Ran right by the captain. Isn't that what it was, guys? Wasn't the senator using the technology for some sort of, like, cutting-edge technology initiative? Like, what was the deal there?
Cut power to the whole blasted planet if you have to. We can't let those crazies take over the network.
Captain Winborn, Senator Kale said you need backup. What's the situation?
We're getting cut to pieces down here.
Thanks,
We're not
Elusive.
trained to fight an army of killers. These gangsters are smart, organized, clearly trained off-world. They'll kill thousands. Might even destroy the Senate Tower.
The Senate Tower is nowhere near this sector.
Scum found themselves a way around that little detail. The gangsters brought slicers to access every network node in the sector. They're trying to take over the automated speeder flight paths. They'll cause thousands of mid-air collisions. It'll rain debris on the Senate Tower like a meteor storm. No telling how many will die.
Sure, Senate Tower is a little gaudy. That's no reason to burn it down.
Who are you? Ah, forget it. Don't care. The gangsters have armed patrols guarding the network access points. We need to push them back and manually lock down the terminals. Get enough terminals, and we might just pull this off. My men will back you up. Good luck in there.
Soldiers are so dry. Why? Why must they be like that? Okay, now we have to go repair the nodes. That makes sense. So I guess those are over here, maybe? Gotta find what they look like first. Looking for nodes. Can someone please tell me what they look like? Aha! They look like you. Yeah, Mesmyrrh's sense of humor would be lost on the military types. That's 2. Ani! $7.64 via Extra Life. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Alright, let me go ahead and update our Extra Life total. And let's see, you donated $7.64, which I believe puts us at $36.05. So thank you very much, Ani. Appreciate that, and the kids at Medical Center Hospital appreciate that as well. $36.05, and I'm going to go leave the cents there and not move that just in case someone decides to be that guy. Alright. Looking good. If I did the math incorrectly, please let me know, because I am quite mathlexic. And that's a Jedi Guardian running around there. And actually... Oh, he was on earlier. I'm sure when he shows up and sees that, he'll do what he can. General, where is our dash? Okay, sprint. I would like that right here. And I already do have that on. If anyone's going to be quick on their feet, it's going to be a cat. And we have a lore object right here. Computer started. Crag suddenly bolts up in a cold sweat. I sense a great disturbance in the Force. Suddenly millions of beings suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I feel something terrible has happened. Okay, Ani. Sorry that you're having technical issues. Everything's looking good here on the stream side. Okay, we need to go ahead and report to the captain again. Should we go ahead and... Yeah, let's head back and report, because he may send us deeper into this district where we already have those other quests. I hear a Datacron. Increases the presence attribute. Alright, cool. That was relatively easy to find. Oh Lord, hi. How are you guys? Thank you. I find out that total has been crackified, so help me, I will. To tell you the truth, Ani, you trying to go up and boot Kragnathor in real life would be hilarious to me, because I believe Krag is just an inch shorter than me. So, it would be amusing. I'd have a chuckle. Alright, you guys are going to head this way, and then no one's going to shoot at you. Alright, Captain. I think we're in good shape now. Okay, never mind. No, I am not. There.
My men can't believe you took on all those gangsters and lived. You're a blasted hero, you know that?
I know.
With the network terminals locked down, the speeder traffic is secure. Now, all that's left is pushing out those gangsters for good.
There was some kind of encrypted message on the network. Looks like a recording.
Let me see that. It's an old Migrant Merchants Guild code. I think I can decrypt it. Here we go.
You accepted our friendship, Senator Kale, and credits. It's time you paid us back. All we want are the housing projects you promised our people now.
Your people will have to wait their turn like everyone else. I owe you nothing. If you continue pushing me, I'll destroy you all.
Great. Yay, politicians.
Should have known Senator Kale was too good to be true. She's an even bigger crook than I thought.
Doesn't make sense. There's gotta be an explanation.
Your extortion attempt has failed. My people are pushing back your little army as we speak. It's over.
Nobody breaks a deal with us, Senator. We'll have what we want one way or another.
Interesting.
This is way above my pay grade. I'm not destroying the reputation of Coruscant's most popular politician. Take the recording. I don't want it.
A security captain who gives away evidence to complete strangers. How did you get this job?
I follow my conscience. Whatever's happening, there's a reasonable explanation. Senator Kale has done great things for Coruscant. She's a good woman. Give her a chance. My men and I will stay down here. You should go back to the Senate Tower.
The greater good. That's exactly what that is, too. Gonna heal up here real quick. Get everything set up? Okay. Well, we can head back to the Senate Tower, but still we have other fish to fry. What if you're a senator? Do you not trust yourself anymore? The only people who get into politics are the ones who don't have their heads explode. At this point, Mesmyrrh is going to rename his bank account the Greater Good. I'm thinking about naming our ship the Greater Good. To tell you the God's honest, instead of the Cat Scratch. It seems ironically appropriate. What are you fighting for so much, Mesmyrrh? The Greater Good. Merchandise warehousing. And retrieve the stolen chip. 0 out of 7. What do these stolen chips look like? Aha! These glowing crates might be a clue. And they are indeed slave collar chips. Figured it'd be lasagna or knock knock. So, if you guys lived with my cat Mesmyrrh, who this character is slightly based off of, he is very much like Garfield, almost scarily so. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever given Mesmyrrh lasagna. He's an old cat. I'm not sure what that would do to him, but it is tempting. He does like to sleep about as much as Garfield does. And we are going the wrong way for our mission. It's over here on the other side. Do you guys want to see Mesmyrrh before the end of the stream? See if I can summon him. And I'm not going to be able to sneak by you guys. Oh, Liquid wants to... Yeah, that's the only time you'd ever actually want to see Mesmyrrh, Liquid. Wretch, I will never say no to seeing your animals. I do have quite the zoo. Self-inflicted, though. For sure. We got service droids, off-world forgers, alien goods smuggler. So a lot of people just kind of doing their normal work. God, I love that ability so much. You were not kidding, Ani. More chips this way. Don't even know how she got that scratch on her nose. Yeah, my pit bull Honey has a sty on her eye right now. She gets them from time to time. Gonna keep my eye on it. If it doesn't go away here pretty soon, I'm gonna have to get a warm compress or whatever, compress and put it on her face every so often until it goes away. Okay, who are we going after now? Nicholas has a scar on his nose from Butch. I love the fact that there's an animal named Butch. Straight out of a Tom and Jerry cartoon. You're not allowed in the phase at this time. Oh. Gotta use the security panel. To access secure station, insert clearance pass. Multi-pass.
Kixie better be worth all this extra trouble.
There's bound to be somebody around here with a clearance pass. You ready for some more action, Captain?
The guy from Fallout 3 wasn't the bully named Butch. Can anyone who plays Fallout confirm that? And we've got an underboss who apparently has access to what we need. Maybe? Nope. Confirmed, says Elusive. I never really played Fallout, so I'm not a good person to check with in regards to that info. There's our last bit of chips. He had the spirit of Uncle Butch in them, so we named him that. That's a great name. Great way to name, too. Alright, so we have our chips. We have our thing that we need to get in. I believe. Or no. Nope. We did not acquire a clearance pass yet. I thought that we had. Loose! I like the fact that Corso has a shotgun that he uses regularly. Yeah, check out the picture of the tracker. My mom actually has Nicholas's sister, and her name is Baby. Baby and Butch. Alright, I have the multi-pass now.
Awfully nice of the guild to leave a clearance pass with their security patrol.
Get to Kixie. Now, is there anything else that we need to do here in this section? I don't think so. Just return to the senator, return to the minister. Okay. Oh, baby will go after your feet. One of those. Looks like we just have some security droids here. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Ding! Level 17. That's how you get a door open.
Been monitoring you on the security network. You sure know how to make an entrance.
Guess we found our slicer.
See, she's green.
But why does this room look like a prison?
Because it is a prison. Thanks for noticing. Whatever issues you're having with the guild, I'm on your side. I'm just a slave here.
I'm not here to blast you.
Then is there any chance you're here to free me? Because I'm definitely ready to not be here. The guild locked me up 2 years ago. Forced me to work for them. I'll do anything to get out. What do you need?
Her name should have been Kale.
Put me on Skavik's trail and I'll free you.
Finding his trail is easy. Just look for the slime. I knew that Corellian pig lizard Skavik had ticked off the wrong person. No wonder he was in such a hurry. Skavik paid the guild to clean his identity record. They made me slice into the Republic's main database and delete all his arrest warrants.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You just cracked open the Republic's database and changed things?
That's what I do. The Republic administrators never even knew I was there. Sorry, but that's all I know about Skavik. I'm not sure how else to help you.
I want you to make that scum's life miserable.
I don't know about miserable, but I think I can put him on the defensive. Take away his spotless identity record, and Skavik can't walk 10 meters without attracting attention. He'll be a lot easier to find. I can ruin Skavik's identity record for you in no time. If I do that, will you let me go?
Show me what you can do to him first.
I've been slicing the Republic's main databank for years. There's nothing I can't do. I saved copies of everything I erased from Skavik's identity record. All I have to do now is transfer the data back. There. Easy. The minute he passes an identity checkpoint, it'll trigger an alarm.
I don't know. You have that I'd like to speak to your manager haircut, but...
A gangster put a price on my head. Can you fix that?
Thing about gangsters is, getting in trouble with them is easy. Getting out? That's something else. Sorry, I can't help you there. Okay, let me go now, so I can make it out before they lock this place down.
I might need you again. Yeah, let's go ahead and be a hero.
I was always planning to let you go.
Thank you, you're my hero.
Maybe we should go check in with Darmus, see if he's got any new info on Skavik.
Alrighty. See, we did our good deed for the day. Tracker will shove her entire giant head out of my arm and lean on my chest when she wants attention. Honey does have a thing about knees. It's not just like liquid. She just goes to town on someone's knees when she gets an opportunity to. I can't remember if she helps you later on. Well, still. She was under duress. Alright, I think we are good here for the most part. Let's... Where do we go and turn on all of our quests? We'll just ride through. You know what? Actually, no. Let's do the secondary objective.
Now you're dumb, ugly, and dead.
You guys too? Oh, you guys don't count as guild forces? Seriously? Boo. That's stupid. Nicholas will get in my face and scream if he wants attention. I bet that never gets annoying. Whoa. What is this guy? Jedi Sage. Look at his gear. He looks like Sub-Zero meets Raiden. That was awesome. Like they did the fusion dance. Oh! Why did the cat's first death have to be via fall? 8 lives. Alright, mark it down, people. DC 1. Curses. Didn't land on... No. No, to be fair, he was driving, though. Yeah, that actually is kind of funny, considering Mesmyrrh is having some issues with his jumping ability lately. Okay, where... To the cantina. Smoke go down the hole. Thank you for the bits, Kath. Appreciate that. Dang it. I was so careful in that last stream not to take any unnecessary falls. I swore we could have made that. I didn't know that my health was low. Even if it was. That's actually one of the reasons that I have this filter over my microphone. It's not only to prevent popping, but it's also to rest my head down when something stupid happens. Okay, Darmus. I've had a bad day.
An informant spotted you leaving the Migrant Merchants Guild. I trust Kixie was useful?
Kixie did a real number on Skavik's identity record. On a world this crowded with people and technology, he can't hide for long.
My sources reveal Skavik is doing business with the Black Sun Gang. A dangerous friendship for all sorts of reasons.
Black Sun is notorious for keeping holo recordings of all their meetings. No doubt they preserve the highlights of Skavik's visit. I doubt Black Sun just lets anybody peek at their holos. Black Sun fragments its recordings over several computers to prevent unauthorized viewing. You'll have to assemble the relevant footage by accessing each computer.
I should warn you, Black Sun controls an entire sector of Coruscant. They're thugs with the most horrible manners. Do be careful. Good luck.
Requisition Targeter's Offhand Blaster. Alright, at least that looks similar to what we have. I keep fighting the instinct to see how far along the parcel is. Normally I'm checking it every 5 minutes. I can't wait to get it, Kath. I'm going to do a video on it as soon as I get it and have time to sit. Actually, I need to set aside a time where I would be willing to get some sort of sugar high and then eventually pass out and go into a coma. Like, once I have that time kind of set in my day, I will go to town on that box. Also, I posted this on Twitter and Facebook. I may be doing another video here soon of a different franchise in nature. I'm thinking about going on, or basically recording myself going on Pottermore and doing the Sorting Hat tests for both the Hogwarts and the North American school. So I think that'd be kind of a cool little thing to do, because I haven't done it in ages and ages and ages, and I don't remember if I did them on the Pottermore page or not, so I think it'll be a cool little thing.
Look what the Wampa dragged in. I was beginning to wonder if I'd see you again. Did you get the shipment of slave collar chips?
Episky approves. Alright guys, so here's the... I need your guys' help on this. This military guy wants us to hand off the slave collars so they'll be destroyed. At the same time, the senator was going to be using them for some sort of technological initiative. I think that's what it was, unless you guys heard something I didn't. So what do you guys think we should do? Should we hand off the slave collars to this guy so the captain can destroy them so they don't get actually into the hands of slavers, or do we hand them off to the senator? Huffleclaw, Ravenpuff. Kath says, nah, he's not offering money. Alright, so Kath votes no give. What about the rest of you? Now, I don't necessarily want Mesmyrrh to be all about the money. Like, money is very important, but he's not coldly calculating about money like Beaudry is. Juan says don't help the senator. Okay, so we're at 1-1. One saying to hand off to the senator, one saying don't help the senator. What about the rest of you guys? These are the questions we need to ask. This actually kind of reminds me when I story told Star Wars, the RPG tabletop, the D6 one by West End Games. They wanted me to do a young Jedi campaign set in the New Jedi Order. And I really like putting people in moral dilemmas, like morally gray areas, kind of like what I learned from KOTOR and a lot of other RPGs around that same time. So I had some sort of storyline. I don't even remember what happened other than the fact that there was a terrorist that they had to go apprehend, but there was some sort of moral quandary where they got into an argument, the three people who were playing, and they were still in character the entire time, but they had a philosophical argument because they were from three different schools of Jedi thought over what they should do, and that this conversation literally lasted over an hour because I timed it. And I just kind of sat there like a pleased panda, just watching what I caused to happen. I can't find what the senator says. I always give him the collars, though. Oh, you give the collars to the senator, Ani? Or do you give them to the trooper? It's like, this is one of those really instances, as long as they're not going around the necks of slaves, I think we're in good shape. That's all that really matters. Because I don't think a senator... Okay, you give them to the trooper normally. Yeah, I can see that. Does anyone else have any strong predications one way or the other? Because I'm thinking about letting the dice decide. We'll give the mighty D20 of morality a roll. And see what happens. Say, here's what we're going to do, okay? Pisky says go for dice. We'll go evens. We'll help out. We'll give them to the trooper. Odds, we'll hand off to the senator. All right? So here we go. I'm rolling the dice now. And it is rolled a 19. So it doesn't look like we're going to be giving them to him. We're going to hand them off to the senator.
I'm afraid I don't have anything for you, Captain.
Well, get the chips as soon as you can. We don't want the guild to sell them out from under us.
Maybe Mesmyrrh would like to think, like, please, let there just be one senator. One senator who I'm not going to feel an inclination to shoot. Just one. Guy has the most dumbfounded face. Well, he is a Zabrak. That is Darth Maul's race. Use the slave collars to create your own party of your choosing. I'm really into RPing and RP games alone. I hate doing it with other people. I had a unpleasant... It's actually one of the reasons I don't really like playing D&D. I went over to a friend's house, and a lot of the friends in my social circle at the time, and this is not here but in another town, a lot of them were really involved with one another, let's say. And they did a... And I went to their house. A lot of them were living together under the same roof.
Welcome. Please select an available...
And, oh, we gotta go talk to the senators.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
And I remember I was playing a dwarf paladin, or a dwarf cleric, and there was another friend of mine was playing a monk, and there was some sort of discussion. We were attacking the slaver fort, and the dungeon that we needed to go into was actually located inside the slaver fort. It was a mine, and we got into a conversation around the fire over the best way to attack the fort. And I'm sitting there kind of like reading up because like D&D wasn't my first game, so I'm trying to like make sure I'm getting the rules down and everything. And then I realized that the conversation is becoming more and more heated. And then me and my friend realize like this conversation has morphed from a conversation between two characters in an RPG to a bunch of roommates who are really frustrated and angry at each other because of relationship issues. and they're using the game to vent, at least vent their emotions. Not necessarily like their problems, but they're just getting all of their vitriol and bile out at each other through it. And we sat there very awkwardly for about half an hour while they did this. And then eventually I just looked at I wrote a note to the game master, or to the dungeon master, and I'm really big at like sending little notes to let them know what I'm doing or what I'm thinking. And like while they're still arguing, when morning breaks, my dwarf actually walks over to the fort and starts attacking it single-handedly. Like I Leroy Jenkins out of irritation. Never played D&D roommates. Yeah, and they weren't even my roommates either. It's just really good friends, and a bunch of them were dating each other or had dated each other, and they just saw it as a perfect opportunity to just let the hate fly. It was a very interesting evening. I was pretty young at the time, though. I think I was like 20. Okay, Minister. How lovely to see you again. Any friend of Senator Kale's is a friend of mine.
That will be all, Minister. Dismissed. Captain Winborn contacted me. You thwarted an attack that would have killed thousands. You have my gratitude. Unfortunately, you also have a holo recording I would like destroyed. Its contents will only cause harm.
Yeah, you've been a bad, bad senator.
I don't expect much from my elected officials, but taking credits from gangsters? Seriously?
Many choices only appear foolish in retrospect. At the time, it felt like the right thing to do. My opponent in the elections was a vile man, lazy, stupid, and corrupt. He wasn't interested in building, only taking. I had to win. But I didn't possess as much wealth as he did. When those gangsters approached me, I accepted their donation, and I'd do it again.
The people choose their leaders by popular vote. What difference did it make how many credits you had?
Don't be naive. Wealth can purchase influence, and influence sways popular opinion.
Oh.
My opponent understood that too well. I stole from those criminals to rebuild Coruscant for its people. Set things right. I'll bring the Migrant Merchants Guild to justice. You hold the power to ensure my success. Let me finish healing this world. Please, destroy that recording.
Alright guys, it's another greater good situation. She seems to have the right intentions, but we do know the quote that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Do we go ahead and ruin her reputation, or do we go ahead and destroy the recording, which she will probably pay us a good amount of coin for, and let her go about on her mighty crusade? Let me know what you think. The game's stopping cold because the DM's girlfriend started pouting and he had to console her, and it was over nothing. I had a few board game nights go sideways because of something like that, Kath. Oh, hey, Riru. Destroy the recording. Do it. The greater good doesn't pay the bills. That's right. Because it's going to be one of those things, like, she seems to have seems to have pretty decent intentions, and if she gets ruined, then that's going to let someone else come in. It doesn't really matter to Mesmyrrh. It's all about the money. Make that bread. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and destroy the recording.
You're all clear, Senator.
Thank you. I won't forget what you've done for me. For Coruscant.
Oh, now we say for compensation or for us? Money or flirt, guys. This I didn't know this is the big one. This is the big decision. Money or flirt? Honey, flirt. Money or flirt, guys. Come on. Hey, get that booty. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Flirt, you fool. Oh yes, rich booty. Good call, Kath.
It was my pleasure. I hope we'll continue working closely.
I promise you won't only hear from me when there's a crisis. I'll see to it you're properly recognized for your heroism in the old galactic market. Farewell.
I'm sure that'll be taken care of off camera. And we did get some significant credits for it. I like it. Alright, so we have... Those are pretty decent, I would say. Isn't that technically bestiality? No, not necessarily, because I would figure bestiality would be like with a non-sentient animal. Does that make sense? Does that fly out the window because he's technically alien? Yeah. He's alien. He's not he's not a mindless beast or a beast of burden or anything like that. He's just a simple cat trying to make his way through the universe. Oh yeah, we have another senator to talk to. Then get that booty, Mesmyrrh. Mm-hmm. Ominous. Okay, statues of giant cloaked old men. That's a portent of things to come.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty underdressed. You suppose there's a place that rents formal wear around here?
Probably, but we're not going to waste money on it. And what do we got over here? Senator. Oh, it's an Ugnaught!
The war is over. The treaty holds. We must turn our attention here. These Black Sun must be stopped.
It's not that simple. The Senate must balance many priorities.
Oh, excuse me. An old friend.
That was a fairly unsubtle attempt to get my attention.
Oh, but I represent the Republic, and I've heard you're a friend to our interest. I thought you might help me out. That is Senator Gunnaray Dodd. The great lout is more than ugly. He's corrupt right up to those tiny ears. He's been paying the Black Sun to harness his political opponents and has blocked all attempts to curb their violence. But I can make no formal accusation without proof.
What do you need? Incriminating photos? Dirty holocalls?
I do not ask you to lie. Dodd is paying the Black Sun with Cavan bills, an ancient currency from his homeworld that is almost nowhere else. If you find Black Sun thugs in possession of these bills, it is all I need, and no one would mourn if you cleared our streets of gangsters.
Flirt!
Bring me any Cavan bills you find. I will see you rewarded with far more. Where were we, friend? Discussing the deplorable state of the Coruscant, no?
Ah, intrigue. How's it going, Drew? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good this evening. And looks like our meeting is here upstairs. And since we were talking about bread earlier, how much bread do we have? Well, we only have 13,000 credits. It is early, though. Can we just scream flirt during every conversation? Well, I'd flirt with the gonk droid if it gave me the opportunity to. And are you on... Oh, okay, you're on an upper terrace. I see. Guess there's all kinds of questy nonsense going on here. Now this is the senator we're giving the slave collars to, right? I believe so. General Kenobi. Hey, Windhelm. Welcome to the stream. Gonk. Long day at work, ready to relax to the further adventures of Malcolm Reynolds. Well done. Donnie, that was a stretch, and I'm not proud.
Come in. I'm Senator Bark. Hiram has told me he found someone to aid in our cause. I presume that brave citizen is you. Tell me, did you recover my shipment from the Migrant Merchants Guild? Those chips are very valuable.
Let's go ahead and confront. I want to hear what he has to say.
Captain Denelzon told me about the chips.
I assure you, my intentions serve the good of the Republic, regardless of what the captain may have told you. Laws regulating slavery are holding the Republic back. These chips, innovative, labor-saving, and simple to use, can help demonstrate why it's time for a change.
Hey, Windhelm, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the grid. Okay, laws regulating slavery are holding the Republic back. These chips, innovative, labor-saving, and simple to use, can help demonstrate why it's time for a change.
Are you actually trying to legalize slavery?
Yes. That's exactly what I intend to do.
Oh.
Slavery was once an accepted practice in the Republic. It continues with great effectiveness in many Outer Rim worlds. The Sith Empire makes extensive use of slave labor, which is one of many factors that gives the Empire a military and economic advantage.
Do you think we could hide a senator's body here in the Senate Hall? Just imagine the rep we'd get.
It always comes down to credits, doesn't it?
Credits buy technology and supplies, the things that determine military strength and superiority. I'm sure Hiram has mentioned generous compensation for your services, in addition to the privilege of serving the Republic.
Can we at least punch him?
Hand over my shipment now. We can talk about your reward.
Yeah, I'm glad that we asked him.
These chips should be destroyed.
You uptight moralist. It's people like you who are holding the Republic back.
Okay. Well, now we will go ahead and fast travel back to where we need to go. Dealer's Den Cantina, the old sector. Yeah, we can't punch him, unfortunately. But we can go ahead and hand the collars off to the captain so he can destroy them. I wish we could punch him too, Ani. That'd be really satisfying. Let me ask you guys a question in chat. Like, in terms of movies or television, what is the most satisfying comeuppance you guys have seen? Whether it's someone who really needed to get slapped or really needed to get punched or shot or anything like that in a TV series or movie. For you, what is the most satisfying? Like, what's your favorite where you just saw it and you're just like, oh, that felt amazing to see that.
Look what the Wampa dragged in. I was beginning to wonder if I'd see you again. Did you get the shipment of slave collar chips?
Take these chips and destroy them, Captain.
Oh, I will. Senator Bark will be disappointed, but the law is the law, even for senators. I know he probably offered more, but I can at least give you the standard rate for your work.
Let's go ahead and give him the rate.
Thanks for the business.
You're welcome. You've earned those credits. I've got a lot of data work to do now. We don't want the senator finding any fault with the way this was handled, but you've got my thanks.
Oh, that's a good one, Drew. Captain Rhodes and Day of the Dead. Good stuff there. Kath needs to give that some thought. I think for me, giving it some thought, I remember the captain from the Mel Gibson movie The Patriot, when he finally dies at the end of the film. That felt really good considering how much hell he had put on that family.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Immortan Joe was pretty great. Yeah? Now we're heading into Black Sun territory.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I think that, and it wasn't really a death, but in the original film, In the Heat of the Night, which is which the TV show was based off of. It was an Academy Award-winning film with Sidney Poitier. There's this scene where they go into this rich white man's house, and I don't remember what exactly happens, but Sidney does what is a normal thing, but in the South is something that apparently a black man can't do or shouldn't do or whatever, at least, according to the old Southern traditions. And I believe he like slaps Sidney Poitier's character, and Sidney Poitier isn't from the South, and just slaps him right back, and the guy is so mortified and hurt and scared. Just the acting in it is so good when he gets slapped back for being a racist. It was amazing. And then he looks at the sheriff and says, "Well, are you going to do anything?" And the sheriff's like, "No, I don't think I'm going to." And just he's so insulted, and it's a real feel good moment to see someone who acts like that get slapped back. It was just like I get goosebumps. It's a really good scene if you ever get a chance to watch it. Oh, yeah. Let's try and keep Game of Thrones spoilers to a minimum if we can. Just because it's getting there, guys. April of next year. They announced it. We have confirmation. That is when our long journey, our watch finally ends. It's going to be amazing, exciting, awesome, and tragic. And I'm not going to fall off that platform because I learned my lesson.
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check.
Medium armor vendor. We need to go look at the armor vendors who are selling the epic sets.
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check.
In the marketplace and see if we can find a really good set of clothes here for Mesmyrrh. Remember, we are hunting for like a duster for him. For the throne. Well, Drew, I mean, you've got plenty of time. Like, the final season is in April of this year, so you do have time to catch up. I would highly recommend it.
Only the best sold here.
Good stuff. Yeah, I know, Ani. That's your guiding star, is what happens in Clegane Bowl. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go check some armor before we head to the Black Sun District. See how much it costs and kind of what our goal is. Game of Thrones was one of those few TV series where I watched the first episode and I just binged it all day. The only time I recall really doing that is I remember sitting down. Now, here's an interesting thing. I actually saw the movie Serenity before I saw Firefly. Like, I had heard about this. I was wanting to go to the movies, and I didn't really know anything about it. I knew it was some kind of like sci-fi movie that had kind of Western elements, and that some people were excited about it. So I went and watched Serenity, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's really good. I have no idea what a lot of this is about." And then I sat down and I borrowed the Firefly DVD set from one of my friends, and I sat down like at 8 a.m. in the morning, put in the first disc, and I don't think I got up except for bathroom breaks and watched the entire series in one day. That's how I was with True Detective. I heard a lot of good things about True Detective. I need to go check that out here eventually. I have to be in a really particular mood to watch police shows, just because my dad was a cop and a narcotics officer for many, many years. My brother was a cop for many, many years, so I have to be in a particular mood to watch something about the family business. Friends and I did a Gotham run like that. Nice. True. Legacy vendor. What do we got?
Suppliers. Only the best sold here.
Birthright.
Feel free to browse.
Birthright.
See anything you like, give me a wink.
Smuggler's birthright jacket. Smugglers.
Bring your creds back anytime.
Best place to buy.
That's
Durable,
all trooper
military
stuff.
grade supplies.
Oh, speaking of Lovecraft, since Drew brought it up, on Saturday, or maybe tomorrow actually. Tomorrow would be a good one if I'm feeling up to it. There's a game on Steam called Lovecraft Comics that came out. It's a really small game. It costs like $2.99, but it's apparently a Lovecraftian adventure done in a comic book format. And it looked very cool, and I'm probably going to grab it and see about doing a stream of it tomorrow. So just stay tuned for that. I'll be posting about it on like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook as well.
Nice to see customers. Can I get you anything? Feel free to browse.
Anything a soldier needs, and some things he doesn't.
Just do a little one-shot stream. I think could be fun. Trooper trainer. I'm just seeing if the armor guy's here, because I do know Underworld trading, cantina vendor. Well, there's the cantina vendor. Do you have anything interesting?
Nice to see customers.
Nope.
Can I get you anything?
Modification vendor, speeder vendor, adaptive gear vendor. Is this what we're looking for?
Take a look at the stock. What can
Aha!
I get you?
That is what we're looking for. Initiates. Not care about the initiate stuff. We're looking for lines to legacy. Viper battle. Oh lord, that is a cape that Lando Calrissian would be proud of. Jacket. Some days you just can't get a good duster. Well, that's interesting. Here's a duster, guys. It's kind of interesting because of the really high collar. It looks like it's made for cold weather. But that looks kind of slick, actually. Does it come... Let's look at the rest of the set. Black pants. It definitely points out, and I like the fact that the goggles are down around his neck. Oh, cowboy hat. We have a cowboy hat. It looks like garbage, but it's a cowboy hat. It's Scott Summers Western wear. Alright, let's see if there's anything else here before we continue. I do like that duster. I think we may go ahead and grab that. And do we have a cool looking blaster pistol? No, that looks horrendous. Hold off for a better cowboy hat? Absolutely. Trainee's offhand blaster. Void Master. Another cape. And armor. Some of that stuff looks really good for a trooper, I must say. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is purchase all of the appropriate gems and kind of go that route again. Scout's headgear, Scout's belt. Let me check and see if there's any other weapons that we can grab. The spider belt, if we... draw the weapons. I think we may want to get that one because it's got the bandoliers going down, so it looks like everything is holstered. Also looks like... oh no, that looks like a lightsaber is on the belt. That won't do. Well, it might. There's the Scott Summers. Oh, if it didn't have that, like, loincloth thing, I thought that the hood would look pretty cool for a smuggler. That's a shame. Force. Chest guard. Saber. Alright. Yeah, the duster was good. I'm going to go ahead and go into... I'm going to grab the Viper belt and scroll down to the Blackguard set. See what that looks like. Yeah, I think that looks pretty slick. Like, even the belt. So, we are going to grab... was it the Viper? Viper or Spider? Oh, wait. No, the Viper belt. We will grab this. And then we're probably going to spend all of our credits on this, but it's going to be money well spent, I think. And then the duster at least. Boots. Gloves. Don't necessarily care about the helmet. You're not crazy about the gloves, but you like the rest. Well, maybe... Here, let's see if we can find some good gloves. I'd actually prefer something kind of fingerless. Oh, that actually looks kind of good. They're not big gloves, kind of thing. Why is it we get back into accessories, guys? It seems to be our lot in life. Like, that's where the real fun goes. So we decided that we don't like the scout gloves, don't look good. Phalanx gloves don't look good. Because they can make or break an outfit, that's correct. I cannot argue with you there. And those cufflinks look horrible. Kind of the same thing. Some Jedi-looking gloves? Nope. Nope. Like, for someone who has fought with who has fought did LARP for many years, like, having oversized gloves is quite a hindrance, I felt. I can't speak for anyone else, but Acolyte gloves. See, if they were a different color of brown, I'd grab those because those just like look like normal spacer gloves. Oh, that's right. We can color match the stuff, can't we? Do you think we should go for the old school glove design like that, guys, or should we go for those ones that had like the indicators along the gauntlet? So basically, it is either these ones right here, or the or these. The slick ones with the indicators, or the old school Western ones. Ani says the Old West ones. Anyone else have any strong preference? Those do look like Old West gloves, don't they? Drew says old school. Yeah. And those are actually cheaper. They're the Mal gloves. That's why they look cool. And let us grab the Talon. We're going to grab the cowboy hat, but we are going to hide it because we're just not going to deal with that. Okay.
Appreciate your business.
So, let's see what this looks like once the color gets changed. Now, this is kind of useless to us right now because we don't have gems. We're going to have to get a little bit more coin for it. But in the meantime, and the hat, which we will go into our appearances and hide it, unify colors. Oh, that actually, unified to chest color theme. Oh, it's all based on the chest piece. Okay, well that made it look a lot darker. I actually really approve of that look, to tell you the truth. What do you guys think? We've got brown boots. Huh. Oh, actually, Mesmyrrh looking like a dangerous cat now. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Brown boots, brown gloves. It looks like the upper part like the skin of a snake. Oh, it does, kind of. It looks like he has one of those albino pythons around his neck. Cool. Well, I think that is going to be cool once we have the coin to upgrade. Until then, though. Neat. We've got the proper look in the wardrobe. Mesmyr's gonna hit someone with a DDT. Yes, indeed. The short arm clothesline first, though. He is a traditionalist. All right. Now, can we actually fast travel? We took a quick aside there for fashion purposes. Now to head back to the Black Sun sector. And thank you guys very much for hanging out with me tonight. The streams are always better when we got a lot of people talking and contributing. And looks like we need to retrieve the stacks of bills down here. And Black Sun headquarters is all the way down there. Lovely. I'm only here so I don't get fined. Well said. Elevator go down the hole. And there seems to be a bit of nonsense happening here. And you guys don't have shields this direction. Ooh. Stack of bills right off the bat. I am pleased, and that is the wrong way. Where are we going? I guess straight down the middle. Seems fine to me. Should we just go ahead and start slaughtering people for their money? And we're here in the lovely Black Sun docks. Might as well. Get that bread. So I'm going to tell you the truth, Ani. Anytime... Oh, that's cool. If they actually get past Mesmyrrh salvo, Corso just shoots them with the shotgun. I love that combo. If you ever get a chance, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I get a chuckle every single time you say, get that bread, because there's a video called the Vader Sessions. And if you've never heard of it, it talks about Darth Vader having a nervous breakdown. And it's clips from Star Wars A New Hope, and they have basically replaced all of Vader's lines with other quotes from James Earl Jones movies. And there's a quote about bread in it that makes me and my brother like start laughing every time we hear it. So if you ever get a chance, check it out, and you'll probably have a chuckle as well. Thank you, Corso. Now we only need 4 more bills. I'll tell you what, let's just go ahead and head down on foot. And if we get pulled, if we find any groups like this, we'll just slaughter them and grab their money. Oh yeah, that's going to work out great. I never watched that series. I will tonight. I love things like these. Yeah, it's just the Vader Sessions. But if you ever get a chance, they've also done... they've replaced all of Vader's lines from all the Star Wars movies with quotes from Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket, which is amazing. Especially the one for Star Wars Rogue One, which was very well done. Just lots of good stuff there. And we have a quest giver on the way.
That's right. I got you.
Hey there. Always good to see another brave soul. There aren't many of us left. I'm Captain Theragwyn. Last officer on the job here since the patrol stopped. Welcome to Black Sun territory.
That's, oh! That's the voice of... Jet from Cowboy Bebop.
Are you saying there's no security down here?
Are you kidding me? My commander gave up on the sector a long time ago. I shouldn't even be here. The locals only venture out of their apartments when they have to scrounge for supplies. Now with no security forces, what future do they have? And Black Sun has a new game. Call it Boom.
This is gonna upset me, isn't it?
Black Sun steals Republic supply crates, takes the supplies out, then rigs the crates with explosives. Then they set the trapped crates in the street, make bets on how long before some fool tries to open them.
Why didn't somebody try to do something?
The locals don't know what's going on. And like I said before, security can't patrol here anymore. I tried to defuse the crates myself. The mechanics are simple, but Black Sun's everywhere. Nearly killed me last time.
Are you looking to hire me?
You got the idea. Saw you coming and thought, maybe we can save a few lives. Now, Black Sun's explosives are pretty simple. I can show you what to do.
Sometime later.
I'll be more than grateful. But be damn careful.
Funny story, I actually have an autographed picture from this guy, like, in my closet. It was handed off to me as a gift at a convention, and I've thought about auctioning it off. But, yeah, that's kind of cool. I love Cowboy Bebop. He's a great voice actor. Really nice guy, too. Wait, Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that after the stream. Finish him, Corso. Thank you. Return to the Senator. Cool. Now, the booby trap supply crates are down here. That actually reminds me of a game that the Sabbat used to play back in 3rd edition Vampire the Masquerade in the Sabbat sourcebook. The Sabbat have games that they like to play that usually ends with tons of humans being murdered. But what Sabbat vampires would do, especially, it revolved mostly around City Gangrel. Because City Gangrel, if they took the discipline of Protean, they could take an animal form at level 4. And the level 4 Protean allows them to, the animal forms for the City Gangrel. Traditionally, it's for vampires who take Protean, they have to take a wolf form. There's a fight form and a flight form. The fight form for most vampires are wolves, and the flight form is bats. The Gangrel, who are more animalistic than the other kindred, they can kind of change their form. So their form could be like a giant cat or a giant snake or an owl or something like that. But the City Gangrel, which are the Gangrel that are allied with the Sabbat, they'll play this horrible game where they will transform into a cat and act like a stray, like a sweet, loving stray, and wait for a human family to be like, oh, what a sweet cat, we'll take it home, blah, 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 blah. And then it'll play nice, like it's, you know, the sweetest animal in the world. And then when the entire house goes to bed, it takes its true form and slaughters the entire family. And want to see how long they can keep the game up. Made a flash of that like 10 years ago for a school project. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. It's bringing back good memories for everyone. Okay, we'll just grab the supply crates as quietly as we can. Don't need to kill anyone. Just because it's annoying more than anything else. About to watch the Vader series. Oh lordy, what to do when the romance been gone. Occasionally, I would like to call my brother, or in a conversation. It's mostly during a conversation. I've thought about doing it with phone calls too. Calling him, and when he says hello, just quote something from that Vader Sessions video. Wait for him to laugh, and then just hang up the phone. I debated the evening's beer, but man, it's going down smooth. What is on the menu tonight, Kath? Okay. Well, that's all of those taken care of. And I didn't even get into a single scrap. I will probably get into one as I leave, but... Hop City Brewing Company, 8th Sin Black Lager. Oh, that sounds delicious. Fugitives. Lower Gangland. You doing alright, man? Yeah, I'm doing good. Boss, how are you doing? Got about 10 minutes left in the stream tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and try and take out this Smuggler story quest here in Black Sun territory. My right eye is acting up. I don't know how long I can stay in chat. Juan, you do what you need to do, boss. No worries. I'm just glad you're able to come by when you did. You about to play something? Awesome. What do you think about playing? And we have got 3... No, we have 4 fragments to grab here. 1, 2, 3... Oh, wait! Past one. One of them's up here. And this place looks abandoned and creepy. A fragment of a hollow recording of dealings between Skavik and the Black Sun crime syndicate. Well, thank God we're not dealing with the Black Sun that Shizor, or Zizor, or however you want to pronounce it, was leading in Shadows of the Empire. I wonder if a Falline's in charge during this era of Black Sun. Maybe some Warhammer 2 or some Super Mario Maker. Super Mario Maker looks really fun, but I don't know, since I haven't owned a Nintendo system since the Nintendo 64, or technically the original DS. But I get great delight watching some people play that game. Ooh, Black Sun Vigo. They get so enraged. It's Vigo! You are but the buzzing of flies to him. Okay, I probably need to get out of the crosshairs. I don't do consoles, but after watching Super Mario Maker, like, went and bought a Wii U. You play it quite a bit. Okay, you play it on Wii U. I suck, though. I made a few decent levels. See, that's something I think I would play for quite a few hours trying to clear other people's levels, but I think once I really got into level design, that would be me getting lost down the rabbit hole. For sure. It's one of the major things I despise about the new Disney canon. We lost all the greatness before A New Hope, especially Jango Fett open seasons. Well, we did get some good news on the Star Wars front, guys. In terms of the Mandalorian TV series that they were doing, it looks like they got, I forgot his name, but he played Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones. He's a really good actor. He was also in Kingsman 2 and some other good stuff. He is actually going to play the main character in the Mandalorian TV series, and they just got the I'm doing horrible with names today. The lady who played the super strong villain in Deadpool. She's in it now as well. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. Gina Carrillo? She used to be an MMA fighter. She was actually my dark horse pick to play Wonder Woman because I thought she could have pulled it off. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, follow the money, and we need to return to the captain and return to the senator. Pedro, yes, Pedro Pascal. He is playing the Mandalorian, which is going to be cool. The toothpick chewer, yes, that's her. Because she was who I thought, in terms of look, in terms of her build and everything, would have made it a perfect Wonder Woman. I'm glad they got who they got, but makes me a bit more optimistic. Yeah, it's Jon Favreau is doing the first season, and I think he has a lot of fan geek credentials considering the fact that he did Iron Man. He also did Iron Man 3, but I'll try and forgive him for that. But yeah, I think that'll be great. A really good article. I'm not sure on where it was from. but they interviewed Simon Pegg recently, and Simon Pegg, very old school Star Wars fan, he was talking about Last Jedi and how he thinks that the sequels are really missing George Lucas's imagination, and he thinks that the sequels are just, they're missing something, and apparently he can completely understand why so many people were upset with Last Jedi. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and turn in the mission to the captain here. To Jet, because that's what we're going to call him. And then I think we may be good for the night, guys. They're missing a soul, yeah. Well, I like, it's the Jurassic Park thing, is I know they're trying to shake some things up, especially with Last Jedi. But they spent so much time wondering if they could, they didn't stop to think whether they should. That's probably the best way I can explain. Like Last Jedi to some folk who are wondering why so many people are upset. Okay, please don't knock me off of my speeder. Did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong way again! The Last Jedi? What's that? Yeah, Liquid was with me when we went and saw The Last Jedi. And I have told this story before, but it bears repeating. That after I saw Last Jedi, I was so distracted that when I left the movie theater, I was pondering what I had just saw and trying to process it. And I actually opened the door and tried to get into someone else's vehicle that was not Liquid's. And, I was still so confuzzled when I saw the terrified and confused look on the couple who were sitting in the truck. I looked at them, went, "Oh, sorry," and closed the door and just completely no-sold it. I was just kind of like, okay, sorry. In deep thought right now. In retrospect, I was having a really bad coughing fit in the theater, and I felt so bad about it because I hate being that guy. It's like the first time I'd ever really done it. It was a Star Wars film, though, so I didn't want to go excuse myself to finish hacking up a lung. But in hindsight, I wish I had, because it would have spared me. Counted the ceiling tiles in the theater I was in.
Haven't heard an explosion in a good while. Guess that means you defused those crates.
Thank you. I liked DJ too. I thought DJ was an awesome character. I wanted to find out more about him. I hope he's in the next one. I would love to see him kind of take a Jabba role, like using his money to become a crime lord or something. I thought it was awesome.
I think I found them all. Let's hope Black Sun doesn't get any more.
We'll make sure. No more people will be killed looking for food. Now, I'm no rich senator, but let me give you a little something for taking care of this. Recognition.
Thanks for the business.
The price is well worth it for my peace of mind. We all just gotta do what we can. You probably have other business, so I won't keep you. Watch your back out there.
Will do. And do we get another earpiece? And ding! Another level. Feel bad for the friends I went to see it with. I ranted for a good hour after. Yeah, for me it wasn't a race thing or a sexism thing or anything like that. It just that, and I'll go ahead and end on this because in these series I do tend to talk. Last Jedi does tend to come up. I am of the opinion that The Last Jedi reminded me of a D&D campaign. Think about this, like The Force Awakens was doing a D&D campaign with some old friends. You kind of retread familiar ground, but you still enjoy yourself. You want to know where the story's going. And you're like, okay, cool, no worries. You're looking forward to the future, though. Last Jedi is when the dungeon master or the game master is sick, and someone decides to take their place for the story, and instead of doing what the game master had sketched out or outlined, like the Knights of Ren and all the storyline stuff that J.J. Abrams had established in the first movie, he throws everything out, or they throw everything out because they want to do their own story at the expense of everything. And that's kind of what The Last Jedi was to me. I think it was Rian Johnson getting to play in the Star Wars sandbox, and he did it with reckless abandon, and I really hope that, I mean, don't get me wrong, The Last Jedi did have some good scenes, but it was just a train wreck of a film to me personally. I understand how some people can like it, just not really my thing. And I'm hoping that J.J. Abrams is able to do good by us for everyone. For the people who liked Last Jedi or the people who hated Last Jedi, whatever the case. I hope that J.J. Abrams makes Episode 9 something that both sides of that debate will enjoy and like. You know, so you like the Ewok movies better? Hey man, I will sit down and watch some Caravan of Courage. Battle for Endor, not so much, but I love me some Caravan of Courage. But alright guys, I think that will do us for today. We got a lot accomplished here in Coruscant. We've gone through the Black Sun District. We found our transmog currently with our awesome duster and goggle combination. We'll see what that looks like once we actually get some gems for it. And see what we can do to track down Skavik and get the Cat Scratch back, because Mesmyrrh wants his ship. But thank you all very much for hanging out tonight. If you haven't followed the channel, please do so. I try and stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, any day other than that, if I have the time. And if you are watching the replay of this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And I also have a link to my Twitch channel in the description below so you can check it out. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see about raiding one of the other channels that are online right now. But until then, guys, later days.